Welcome back. We're covering an ongoing situation in Idaho right now. This is near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Multiple firefighters came under fire, under sniper fire there. The sheriff's department there are handling an ongoing manhunt right now for a shooter or shooters there in that mountainous region. Let's bring in Chad Ayers now. He served as a sheriff's deputy for Greenville County in South Carolina for 12 years. We're watching, sir, the sheriff's department working very hard there in Idaho to, quote, neutralize the threat on the ground. What are they doing right now? What do you know about a situation? This is a particularly rural area, but also has a community of about 54,000 right there on the cusp. Your thoughts?
Sure. Obviously, this is a traumatic situation for those firemen and the law enforcement to be dealing with. You know, I think the advantage is going to come personally when it gets a little darker. When nightfall comes, they can utilize air support that has technology, systems like the FLIR, infrared cameras to try to, hone in on these heat signatures that may be up there. But at this time, obviously, the suspect having the high ground on top of law enforcement, it gives them the disadvantage, not knowing how many shooters we have, not knowing the reasoning behind this. But hopefully when nightfall comes, we can start deploying drones and helicopters with technology to try to hone in on exactly where this suspect or suspect is.
Sir, do you think that nighttime would be an advantage or a disadvantage as this hunt continues?
Well, it's kind of twofold here. Obviously, the FLIR system works great. We're in summer months now, so the foliage on the trees, you've got green trees. It's harder to see exactly where the suspect possibly is. At night, utilizing this technology and that's out there may give some advantage. But obviously, we're up in mountainous terrains where you're going to be having to pinpoint the difference of these heat signatures between wildlife animals and the suspect. And a lot of this comes with being situationally aware. Obviously, Sheriff Norris has done a great job, reaching out to state, local, and federal resources to get manpower there. I guarantee that they're at a command post now formulating a game plan to work together as a team to converge in on this suspect and take the suspect into custody as quickly as possible or eliminate this threat.
Chad, I have another question for you, but I want to read something that we've received. This is a post on X from the International Association of Firefighters, the union that represents the firefighters there in that area. And they say that while responding to a fire earlier today in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, IAFF members were ambushed in a heinous act of violence. 2 of our brothers were killed by a sniper and a 3rd brother remains in surgery. That post goes on to say to keep them and their families and law enforcement in their prayers. We know that at first this began, the information that came in was that there was a fire and that these heroic firefighters rushed to the scene of that fire at about 1:21 local time. Then at 2 p.m., there were reports that the firefighters were being fired on there from that area. Do you believe that that shows this was an ambush, that the firefighters were targeted? What do you take from that information as the scene began at the very beginning?
Well, you bring up a great point. Keep in mind, and I think the majority of your viewers understands this, when fire department and EMS, for the most part, are responding to a scene, look, they don't have firearms to protect themselves. They don't have body armor to protect themselves. So they're going here completely blind. When a fire starts and all of a sudden the firemen arrive on scene and are immediately ambushed at the face, obviously this is so fresh, but yes, this tells me that this fire was set in an attempt to ambush law enforcement. I can't, obviously, this is very early on in this investigation, so I don't want to speculate, but it's just too coincidental to me that this is all happening all at the same time.
And finally, this is an area on the cusp of a large community. Over 50,000 people live there in Coeur d'Alene, about 55,000. What is happening right now with the Sheriff's Department, not only trying to find the individual shooter, potentially more than one shooter, but also protecting that community?
Look, we've got innocent civilians that are in their residences, and desperate times calls for desperate measures. So if this gentleman or this suspect, I don't even want to call him a gentleman, if this suspect feels like he's starting to get cornered, it'd be very easy for him to try to gain entry into one of the residences And the last thing we want is this thing to turn into a hostage situation. So hopefully the civilians, the homeowners in that area have locked down. They've armed themselves to protect themselves. But like you said, we're in a very rural area there in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Got a lot of, I've got several friends in that area right now. So my thoughts and prayers go out to them and obviously to the fire department. But I assure you, with our federal and state partners coming in, working with that local community, look, the crime rate this is not normal for this area of Idaho. And so obviously they are going to be reaching out to these people.
Thank you very much for your expertise. We really greatly appreciate it. We have to take a break, and we're gathering more information as this manhunt continues in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.